Whew. In this society, the road is a very, very long one to reach health, and a lot of health results. The road is huge. There's a lot of roadblocks, there's a lot of bottlenecks, there's a lot of restrictions that is set on us in this modern society. There's a lot of misinformation, there is a lot of brainwashing involved. But the cure is experimentation is the secret to success. That is also the title of the video. I remember around 2 to 3 years ago, that is when I started being health conscious of any kind. Like before then, you wouldn't believe it. I would be in school, I would have Swedish. I would fall in and out of sleep as I was reading the same sentence, rereading the same sentence over and over and over again. It would really be a sad existence. Going in the classroom, sometimes not even being able to go in the classroom because the door was locked. Oh, now you'll get 50 minutes of, now you will get a 50-minute absence because you were 1 minute late and you're outside of the door. Let me in, let me in. Trauma, if anything. I would then come home super depressed, feel a little bit better on the way home because finally I'm maybe somewhat free. Go home, instantly close the door, shut, throw the shoes out in the hallway, go right to the freezer. 10, 20 sandwich ice creams, instantly throw them under my bed covers. PS3 on, My Little Pony Season 1 Episode 5 was the one I rewatched a lot. That persisted for years. But then one wonderful day I saw a little YouTube video from a wonderful little guy. I think it was Hamza Ahmed. He was a self-improvement YouTuber. I got into one of his no-fap videos because I felt very insecure about fapping a billion times a day as a young teenager. It got me deep into the red pill rabbit hole. I then, like a year later, started going to the gym because he was talking about going to the gym, build muscle, attract girls, whatever. I'm like, I don't know what you're fucking talking about. I've literally been 15 years in my room watching My Little Pony. What the fuck do you mean with your videos? And then I go to the gym and then I have fucking school and then I start eating healthier. I start eating keto diet. I start cutting out most of the carbs. I changed the pasta from the white one to the brown one because it has more fiber and less sugar and whatever, and it's supposed to be better than less refined carbs. Whatever, I do that, I feel a little bit better because I'm eating like ground beef. I'm eating meat every day, which before I ate like meat once a week, so massive improvement. Some ground meat, some high quality eggs, soy free fed eggs. They literally said soy doesn't get fed soy, so I eat those eggs along with some ground beef. Then I eat a bunch of onion, a bunch of garlic, a bunch of peas. So it was a lot of stupid plants, but it was better than what I ate before. Because then I was eating grain sludge. I was eating bread and waffles every day. I think meat, eggs, and nuts is a lot better than grain sludge every day. Because I'm still getting meat even if it's cooked. And then I think it was a year later or so I started carnivore, and at that point I was eating shuck roast, I was eating roast beef, I was eating ground meat, I was eating a lot of different beef, I was eating pork, I was eating pork fillet or whatever it's called. I was eating the fatty pork. I think I ate sirloin beef sometimes. I ate a lot of different cuts. I ate chicken breast, I ate chicken thighs, I ate a bunch of bullshit. And I quickly found a favorite of beef. I've heard it's the best, most nutritious, best in every way. It was somewhat expensive, but I preferred beef. I felt best on beef. I remember having headaches when I was cooking pork, but then when I cooked meat, I didn't get a headache the same way. So it was more nourishing and better in every way, in some way. But you know, I'm getting back into the point of the video. Experimentation is the secret to success, because you won't know this, but I was buying a lot of ground beef in bulk. And then I was cooking it or whatever, and yeah, it's fully cooked. Maybe that's an issue. But when I was eating ground beef, I was eating raw, I was eating cooked, it didn't matter, because I was under-eating like crazy. When I was eating cooked meat, I didn't undereat as much, actually. That's funny. When I was eating cooked meat, I didn't undereat as much as with raw ground beef, but that was raw ground beef. When I was eating raw ground beef, I could only eat like 200-300 grams. And I know that's too little. And I don't know why I couldn't eat more. Because when I was switching to muscle meat, I can eat 500 grams, and I also felt more satiated and better eating so. So I felt better on shuck roast and shuck roll, a lot better than ground beef. So I was under eating like crazy on ground meat, so experimentation led me to that. People recommend ground beef because it's cheap, it's this and this and that, but for me it didn't work. So the only way for me to see if ground beef was for me or not was experimentation. It's the thing I preach. Experimentation is the secret to success, because it gives you 100% personalized result. It gives you 100% personalized result. And people think this is crazy. I'm like, what? Personalized result? That is the best thing you can get, because that is you. Another story, actually, that's only like half a week old. I was posting a beef suit is better for digestion, better for hydration. Yes, in the short term it felt better, but then 2 days later I felt really bad. So the next experiment, I have raw milk here. I've only drinking it last night. I felt, I don't know, because there was two variables. Was it because I had a different sleep time, or was it because of this? I don't know. Because sometimes when I wake up later than I usually do, I feel somewhat bad, and it feels like it's like a liquid or something running from my brain. It feels really weird. Anyways, it's the second day of raw milk. I'm gonna try. I bought 5.75 liters. I'm gonna try for about half a week, and we'll see what happens, you know. But I've heard if you combine raw fat to so-called potentially bad effects of too high insulin and glucose or whatever from the milk should be negated with raw fat. And yeah, this is coconut water, glass bottle, but it's raw milk in it. Yeah, but the beef suit, it felt kind of good. It wasn't as tasty to eat. Like, this tastes better. But then at the evening, I was shitting out a lot of stuff, a lot of the liver and a lot of the stuff. So I learned that the raw fat I should eat along any meat I eat, whether that's liver or raw milk. Any food I eat or any drink, if I combine it with raw fat, beef fat, this is beef trimmings, I will digest it a lot better. So probably butter, but I've never gotten the whole of raw butter myself. It's been impossible. At least I've gotten raw milk, so raw milk and beef trims, that's good enough for me for now. The bigger issue is cod liver, which is another story. But this is a hydration breakfast. I don't eat any meat right now. I eat raw fat and raw milk, and then later I will have some liver as the real food. But there's no hydration in the morning. I'm not that hungry, but I was getting slightly thirsty. Not hungry though, so raw milk and raw fat is what I use in the morning. So I ended up shitting with the beef suit, right? I ended up having quite a bad stool compared to other days. It was a massive downgrade, you could say. So I was like, okay, I experimented 2 to 3 days. And yeah, at day 2 and day 3, I started shitting out massive amounts. I started shitting every day, and I've never shitted every day. Not even on cooked carnivore. So I digested the beef suit worse than cooked carnivore. Meaning, even cooked food I digested better. So that's a massive red flag. But yeah, when I eat this, I don't even shit in once a week. I haven't shitted since I stopped eating beef suit. Maybe I won't ever shit, because I have No rest product. Raw beef fat, raw liver, and this. This is the free foods I eat. I want to add some cod liver or beef brain, but beef brain is illegal in Sweden, so cod liver is my next target. Then you could say another story. I don't know if you've seen the video on my channel, but it's titled "I added fruits to my diet." Essentially, that's a really good video. You can watch it if you want to, but if you don't want to watch it, I can tell you in short detail what it was. I was having weird dreams. I was in my bed. I was literally hallucinating when I was awake as well. I was waking up from nightmares. I was getting nightmares. I didn't get nightmares in very long, but I got with fruit. But I was hallucinating like crazy. I was seeing like 3 dragons, and like I'm not kidding. I was seeing like 3 dragons in my like directly. I was doing like this. I was trying to see, what is it really 3 dragons? Is it really 3? And then I saw actual 3 dragons. Like, I'm not kidding. It wasn't just the imagination or whatever. I literally saw 3 dragons, literally in my eyes. I now understand why the weird spiritual guys are always like vegans and eating a fuck ton. Fruitarians are very, very cuckoo, very weird in their brain. They're very delusional. They were flying around my room. They were doing some weird dances. Holy crap. So that time I was like, fuck raw fruit. I felt really bad. I felt drunk. Feeling drunk when I wake up, seeing hallucination. A good time to stop. But then I did feel somewhat, no, I got nightmares, I didn't sleep well, but outside of the nightmares, I felt like I was in a super deep rest, because I didn't dream much before. I don't know if nightmares is a good thing, but I was dreaming, I believe that's good, because then I was having a deeper rest. So I believe, in a weird way, carbs, I'm not gonna, I have always shit on carbs, but I believe natural carbs from like glycation or whatever, like, you know the glycogen in fresh meat. I can't get fresh meat, so raw milk or blood or whatever, or a fresh raw meat, there's small amount of carbs that's in it, especially in organ meat, and raw milk, so maybe it's 50 grams of carbs or something, like basically keto diet, low carb, just a little bit of carb made me sleep a lot better. I had 2 of these before bed and I slept a lot better. Maybe it was too close to bed, because I usually don't sleep that well having these close to bed, but yeah, I tried that. And I felt, I don't know, pretty good. Like, my energy is better than it usually is. Like, I haven't eaten any liver yet, and my energy is still pretty good. I've never had this high energy without fresh of liver, so maybe I can get energy without eating 24/7 liver. So that's an improvement. So I believe I was missing maybe some carbs. Yeah, maybe I was underestimating macronutrients. But yeah, micronutrient bomb, liver, and then protein from milk and liver, so should have enough protein. And then a lot of raw fats for energy. DHA or iodine, you can get in fish and beef brain, but beef brain is illegal, so cod liver is probably my next target, yeah. But yeah, the reason why I preach this so strongly, this experimentation, it's because experimentation is the only way to get actual results for yourself. You can read studies, you can read hundreds of studies. You can read correlation studies, you can read randomized controlled trials, you can read whatever study. But you should note that they're different from you anyways. They're not the same. Like, we humans are pretty similar biologically. We have the same gut. We have the same, like, we're very similar as a species. It's not like you're a cow and then one cow eats meat, one cow eats grass, and one cow eats only mushrooms. You know, it's not like that. Humans are very weird. We're like very different. Yeah, we are somewhat different, but you know, some people need more fat, some people need more protein, some people, depending on their activity level, need more sleep. Yes. Oh, you're a human, you need 8 hours sleep. No. But you do need the same kind of food. You can't just randomly decide to be a herbivore when you're a human. That doesn't make sense at all. But to get those min-maxing, or essentially to get... Honestly, it's not min-maxing. Like, eating carnivore is not min-maxing, because You realize how massive the difference is between raw carnivore and even cooked carnivore. And raw carnivore versus the standard American diet, it will be like you're another human entirely. Use it! Because the thing is, it will always be on your side. There is no agenda, no study agenda, no Coca-Cola bought up every study. There is none of those issues when you experiment yourself. And it's not like these things are dangerous. Like when it comes to drugs, you should think like, oh yeah, they're unnatural, they're synthetic, they are stupid. Now, if I talk about beef brain, you will crash out. You will take steroids, but then you will call me crazy when I eat beef brain. You will be like, oh, he will get some disease, some blah, 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 whatever. And then when they say I take steroids, yeah, they get maybe mad. Oh, it's not natural. But bro, it's like people accept steroids more than raw brain. I'm not taking steroids, but I'm just saying, because if I did, I would look unnatural and stupid. I'm not, because I'm a more of a health maxer than a trying to look super huge for no reason whatsoever, but aging myself 50 years. I'm not one of those guys. I'm a natural health maxer. It's my hobby of sorts. But you will realize that experimentation is the only way to know the truth. Because you're slightly different, yes, that is a big factor, but also no one can lie and take away. It's like, maybe you've seen those weird quotes, learning, no one can take learning away from you. No one can take what's worked for you away from you. No one can do that. So if you feel really good on raw meat, then no one can take that away from you, right? And you can always get influenced, but it's not like you're gonna go back on a plant-based diet when you're on a raw meat diet, or even a cooked carnivore. You realize, oh my god, all my health issues disappeared on carnivore because I don't eat fucking hyper-inflammatory toxic plants. Oh my god, will I go back on vegan? Hell no. You see? If something works, it won't be an issue. And so what all these people say, it's dangerous. Oh, what about the long-term effect? What about you actually try it once for yourself before you open your big fat mouth? Talk is easy. This is more difficult. It's easy to say, I eat a billion times of beef fat. I eat beef fat for 100 days in a row. It's harder to do it 100 times in a row than just speak it, right? It's easier to chat bullshit online. But it's actually harder to do it. And so I make videos, credibility my ass. I got credibility right in front of your camera, where I eat the fucking raw fat and drink the raw milk. What more do you need? So I hope you can use this weapon. No one can take this away from you. It will give you 100% min-maxing personalized result. And it has a very low rate of failure. And let's just say that if you want to be 100% safe, I'm taking some things that are maybe not the safest. Maybe there's a bad piece of liver, but I eat it anyway. So if you want to be 100% safe, then follow your intuition to 100%. But yeah, when you eat raw liver or drink raw milk or eat raw fat for the first time from a high quality source, you will reach for it. And just the reason why vegans can't stay for vegan for too long is because they crave meat. When you eat something, your body knows it exists. Basically, you never eat liver, then you don't crave liver. But when you eat liver once or twice, quite quality liver, you will crave liver because you know how good you felt and your body is wanting nutrition. We are very good at adapting. We can adapt to malnourishment. We can adapt to nourishment. We can adapt to we can adapt to surplus of nutrients. We can adapt to having nutrients all the time. Our body doesn't need to save its nutrients because it knows I'm giving it all day. If I eat liver 2 times a day or whatever, my God, body will have enough nutrients of all A, B, and all that, all vitamins. Yeah. Use your natural weapon. No one can take it away from you, and it is the most powerful weapon at the end of the day. Even if you learn some crazy knowledge, the only way to actually get the result and see if the thing I recommend works or any other people recommend, it is to actually try it yourself. So in the end of the day, only you can experiment. So only you can get the personalized result. And that's why you need to experiment with things that is not way too unintuitive. Natural and not way too unintuitive. Maybe raw meat is too much for you. Start with cooked meat. Work your way down. Experiment. See what, feel the difference. Drink some raw milk. This is my second day of raw milk. I'm working on it. It's somewhat hard. I've never drinking milk in my entire life. Not even pasteurized milk. I've never drinking milk in my 19 years. So this is hard for me. But I'm doing it because I want to experiment. And it's not like I felt bad. I felt pretty good on it. So I'll keep going. And yeah. I'm living what I'm preaching. That is one thing that you make fucking damn sure with me, that I'm living what I'm preaching. So one thing they can never take away from me. And experimentation is something they can never take away from any of us. So good luck.